Fire, 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 fire. Johnny Somali curses Korea as consequences hit fast. Oh, so as consequences hit, fast facts. Whatever, I tried. This is Legal Mindset. He is a lawyer, so he knows what he's talking about, I would hope. Not me, though. I'm just a dumb fox. I'm just gonna listen. Alright, what is this about? Boom.
Today we have an update on how Ramsey Khalid Ismail, aka Johnny Somali, is spiraling after his sentencing, giving out some misinformation, and how he could face potentially another year in jail if he is not careful. We'll get into that today on The Legal Mindset. We teach you to be your own judge. I'm Andrew Esquire, American attorney, and this is a Fast Facts video, the quick and dirty version of the latest in legal news. So in case you guys missed the trial, hopefully all of you guys caught that. The trial of Johnny Somali, Ramsey Khalid Ismail, was in February, late February.
Yeah, we're going to watch the video on that.
Horribly for him. It could not have gone worse. And one important thing to remember from that was Ramsey Khalid Ismail attempted to apologize and ask for leniency.
I like how they made him apologize years ago, probably like a year or two ago, and now he's apologizing again. It's like, I really mean it this time. I could have stopped, but I'm not going to because I'm a little weenie. Now that I'm facing consequences, I mean it.
His last trial. Prosecutors issued a very strong sentencing recommendation, which absolutely scared and shook him in the eyes of everyone who was watching him there in the court, especially the Somali conviction team, which has been there at every single trial, observing, watching, and taking notes, transcribing everything that's going down. And for all intents and purposes, he looked absolutely scared. But now he's trying to clap back, and he is kind of taking back his apology and going back to of attacking and insulting Korea right before he comes up to his April.
Bro, he's just retarded for the love of the game, man. I can't think of like how much audacity you have to like actually go through with it, apologize repeatedly, and then go back on your word just to do it again. I don't know. Is it an IQ thing, or does he just like do it for the love of the game? He knows he's fucked, so he's just doing it. He's going full hog. I can't tell.
Definitely not a wise move, and this is something we've seen from him.
Hank left him. His boy buddy left him. Oh no, maybe that's why he's so scorned. He's very scorned.
The past, where he'll go in,
he's very upset,
he'll not get the attention he wants, not get what he wants, and he'll end up spiraling. And if he keeps spiraling and defying things and trying to fight back, this could end up with another year in jail. I'm going to explain exactly how today, because we have some new materials that we've gotten from the Ministry of Justice in Korea that lay out exactly what he's going to have to do after that sentencing, assuming it goes the way that we
cabbages. Please make him pick cabbages. If he picks cabbages, I hope there's a way to like have a batch that you know was handpicked by Johnny Somali, and then having it like shipped to America on a premium, and then that money goes towards like the prison or something. Yeah, like he doesn't get any money out of it, but I get to try it on stream. I would try some kimchi. I would try it on stream. Some Johnny Somali like hand-picked cabbage.
It will go, and it could end up with some more jail time. So let's start out with this.
First
of all, some fake news from Johnny Somali.
He had
posted this a while ago saying, oh, I got my deep fake charges dropped. I got everything, removed. Obviously, that is very, very much fake news. In fact, we even have a confirmation from Bong Bong, who was also there along with the Somali conviction team. They had their lawyer access that court information and pull out that, hey, no, the recommendation was 3 years. Nothing was dropped. Everything is there on the record. All of these charges here, all 8 of these charges, including the 2 deepfakes, are still there on the record. So nothing was dropped.
All guilty. He's trying to deny not guilty because it's like, oh, I didn't know that it was a deep fake. Okay, buddy. Yeah, sure you didn't.
information that was kind of misinformation floating around was that the deepfakes were somehow a different trial and there was a separate trial for those. No, there are separate trial dates throughout the course of this trial. The trial has been going on for several months, but it's not a separate case. So all of these obstruction of business charges, the Minor Offenses Act, the deepfakes, that's all part of one case. So the sentencing takes into account all of that. So let's go further to his apology before we get to what he said recently. So once again, remember this apology. This is what he said in court. He was saying he sincerely apologizes for his actions and expresses remorse. He says, I've been held...
I hate this statement, the bottom one. He's going to read it. This pisses me off.
During which time I've committed no crimes and learned to integrate into the society. So he's saying, okay, no, I'm...
What do you mean integrating into society? How about you just don't be a fucking dickhead? Hello? What, in America we just don't have standards of just not being a fucking prick? What?
Now an appreciator of Korean society. I'm integrated.
Some of the nicest people I've ever met from America.
Now, right?
What the fuck are you talking about here?
I did some foolish things under the influence of alcohol and realized the consequences. I sincerely apologize for that. Having been born and raised in the United States, I did not realize how serious the consequences of these actions were, which would not be considered criminal in the United States, but could be in Korea. So this is what he said then. So let's tune in 1 second to what he is now saying about Korea after the trial. Once again, this is a recent...
It's almost like he's implying that like any culture outside of Korea is just like not cool. Like they're all dickheads. No, man, your parents just didn't raise you right. It's not about a culture.
Comment.
You know what's really pissing me off?
You're just a freak.
Let me tell you what's really pissing me off. I think Korea is one of the stupidest countries in the world.
Oh, that'll do it.
Korea is one of the most stupid countries in the world. I don't even think Korea is a first world country. I honestly think Korea is probably a second world country at best. They put on the mask and the plastic surgery. You know, majority of the here got plastic surgery. I think this country is a second world country at best, because how are you so stupid?
And once again,
you know what's crazy is that a lot of people that I know that lived in Korea like their entire life, or maybe they are actually Korean and they moved, they have criticisms of the culture, but that's because they either lived there or they are Korean. Like, they know what they're talking about. This motherfucker's acting like he knows what he's talking about when he's only been there for like a year at most.
Goes on ranting, rambling. I won't say too much more of this because there's a lot of cursing in it, a lot of this. But you can see how he is now addressing Korea, how he's now going back to attacking Korea, insulting Korea, insulting the culture, insulting the system.
Of course.
Trying to make himself into a victim.
He's mauling.
Trying to make himself into a person that has been victimized here based on his race, which absolutely was not a thing, and trying to mock the entire system. Once again, that goes in the face of your apology, or non-apology, really, that said, hey, you've integrated into society. You're loving Korea now. Well, apparently that's not the case. Now they're stupid. Now they're...
I hope the judge gets to see this. I really do.
Third world, all this
stuff,
just double
all this
down. Insults that he's throwing at Korea. Once again,
fuck you.
After his
go big cabbages, dum dum.
Once he knows the consequences, he's flipping out. And why he's really flipping out is
he's
all
like
of his plans are thrown off. So let's show you a little bit of what he was actually planning before he came to Korea.
Now, what are some of your next plays? I don't know if you want to give away the game or anything, but
I'm going to Los Angeles to do a 30-day, 24/7 live stream. I have a condo ready and already booked in LA. I'm gonna put the address out public to IP2, to YouTube, to everybody, to Rumble. Anybody can watch.
Can we shoot this guy into like outer space or something? Like, America doesn't want him. Like, fucking Korea doesn't want him. I don't think anybody really wants him. Yeah, like, just, like, get him into a cannon and shoot him into outer space. Let the, like, I don't know, like, the Martians can deal with him or something.
Into my condo at any time in Los Angeles with anything and just
bring
content. Just gonna do a 30-day social experience like Black Mirror, some fucking fish tank shit, Somali tank. I'm gonna kick it off with doing the no jump. I'm gonna kick it off with doing the no jumper interview with Adam. Maybe do a with a Japanese girl and do some fucking World War II cosplay. Get the shit popping on Twitter, and then 30 days, camera does not turn off with a cameraman live, HD, mic like this, quality up.
None of that is happening at all whatsoever. So once again, going back to the apology, you know, you can see that he's really a bit mad that this was not accepted by the prosecutor.
Yeah, no
this
shit.
was not something they reflected on. They did not give him the sentence.
What did you expect?
He's crashing out all of his big plans in LA for doing all the heinous stuff he wanted to do, all completely canceled. He will not be doing any of that stuff at all whatsoever. He's going to be in a Korean prison, and that's not looking good for him. So that's exactly what's going down there. And you can expect that as the coming months pass towards April, as we come towards April, we're going to see more crash outs, more spiraling as
it's denial. What is the stages of grief? Yeah, he's going through it, but guys, go easy on him.
Very, very soon.
Yeah.
But let's get back to the proposed sentence and just reinforce this, because there's some details that need to be clarified here. So the prosecutor recommended 3 years in prison with labor, a fine of 150,000 won, and sex offender registration. And I've said before, it's probably going to come out to about 2 years. I would recommend, say, okay, the judge goes under the recommendation, so 2 years. That's something that can be very reasonable with labor, fine, and registration as a sex offender. Also, his 2 smartphones are forfeited. So a lot of people were confused about prison labor. So I want to go back and hit on this, because people were misquoting this or saying that they were going to send him to the gulag, and I said something like he's going to go be sent to North Korea. No, this isn't like human rights violation stuff, guys.
No, you can't fucking do that.
Just distinguishes from imprisonment without labor.
No, I want him to pick cabbages in the countryside somewhere in Korea.
And labor is
if it's legal,
labor.
yeah.
So you might say that's more strenuous than office labor, correct? But this is not working in a mine. This is not like
picking cabbages.
A chain gang, right? This is something where it's more like factory labor. It's going to be very, very, very monotonous. And to be very clear, the labor prison is not the foreigner prison. So the foreigner prison is more cushy. It's more comfortable. They have a lot of...
Fuck! Why do they gotta be nice and shit, man? Why do they gotta be nice to foreigners?
Of amenities. They have a lot of classes. They have a lot of things to do there. If you go to
Korea,
a prison with labor, you are not going to the specialty foreigner prison. You are going to a labor prison.
Okay, good. Never mind.
So he will be jailed with mostly Koreans, not mostly foreigners. So he's not getting
no cushiness for him. Yes.
The comfy, the comfy prison. He's getting
the
one
fuck
that's
him.
for
Fuck
labor.
him in the butt.
And as a sex offender, when he'll have to register for that, he can't interact with non-criminals. So he'll likely be doing factory labor. So making fish cakes, making license plates, cleaning the prison, maybe the toilets and the showers. Hopefully he doesn't drop the soap. We'll see. Agricultural and outside work, unfortunately for the cabbages, may be off the table. But I got to reveal on the 20th, the cabbage.
Oh my God.
Plushie will be available on YouTube's. We're gonna have this.
I have so many plushies. Do I get the cabbage plushie? No, fuck, dude. I have too many plushies, chat. I am an adult woman. You got him. It's really cute. It is really cute. That is a cute little freaking little guy. It's a piece of internet history. That's true, but I have so many plushies. I have a problem. I have way too many. Okay, maybe I'll think about it. I'm not gonna be impulsive. I'm gonna think about it really hard.
Available. So for those waiting for the cabbage plushie, that is coming within next week, and
that
the
is really
on that,
cute. I want
it. Will be in the description below.
Yeah.
But we're also having here his prison food.
Wait, that's so good. What? You get a soup, you get some rice, you get some fish, you get some kimchi, you get some spinach. Yo, wait, that's so good. What? That's really good prison food. Low key, it tastes like shit. I don't believe you. I bet you it tastes better than American prison food, chat.
This is the typical prison food in the Korean prison, right? And this is only Korean food. So he's not going to be getting a special foreigner menu.
Good.
He's not going to get, something a la carte for him.
I'm pretty sure he'll hate it. Yeah, fuck him. He's an idiot. I would eat this. I would eat this tonight.
Korean food in prison with all the other Koreans doing it just like that, which
Turquoise
is not
spoon,
exactly
yeah.
what he was hoping to be doing in LA. Now, this is something the Somali conviction team discovered, and if you would like to donate to them, you can go over to Ko-Fi and donate to the Somali conviction team that's been helping out with this. We discovered the sex offender registration system from the Ministry of Justice in the Republic of Korea.
I bet you it's a lot more serious than freaking the American one. Just because they have way more surveillance. Yeah.
This is the official paperwork. This is the official translation in English that's put out by the Ministry of Justice. So as part of this, you have a duty as an offender to register, and you must submit your personal information to a police station or to the correctional facility within 30 days of your final conviction. So that's your name, your address, your occupation, your contact info, all your description, photographs, your criminal record, etc., everything. Now, Johnny Somali has been saying, F the system, I'm not going to do this, I'm going to fight this, I'm going to, rebel against this. Well, if Johnny Somali does fail to do this, and it does fail to do this in a proper way, what's the penalty for that? Well, the penalty for that is
fucked.
up to another year in prison. So if Johnny Somali wants to be such a bad boy, wants to fight the Korean system, wants to go back and not do all these things he's supposed to do, well, if he doesn't submit that paperwork, he's going to be potentially jailed for another year and have a fine up to 5 million Korean won. So
absolutely
once again,
based.
this is a big thing for him. And I mentioned on my other stream, once he registered as an offender in Korea, that status may be able to transport over to the United States, where he would have to also report on.
So he's just fucked. He's just fucked no matter what. Absolutely based.
Under SORNA in the United
Let's
States of his
go.
offender status. Now, the next trial date, ladies and gentlemen, is on April 15th, 2026. The judge ignored Somali's stated wish to be sentenced quickly.
Wait, that's a day before my anniversary. Dude, what a present. That's a day before my anniversary of being a VTuber. That's a special day. That's a special day.
And instead set it for 2 months
That's
later. So
crazy.
Got the April date. This was also confirmed once again by Bong Bong,
감사합니다.
her lawyer, on her ex. I retweeted that. So you guys can see that. So April 15th will be the final day of the trial. But I'll have some more information out there because there are some other documents that the judge is considering in this case when he's making the sentencing. So we'll be going through those in the future. But until then, guys, take care, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Thanks. That was awesome. Now we know, chat. Remember, April 15th. It's going to be a big day. I'm assuming maybe April 16th is going to be the big day because on the 15th, they're going to... Jesus Christ. Leon Kennedy, put those nipples away. Holy fuck. What was I saying? Yeah, it's going to be a big day. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, put that away. Ahem. Yeah. Yeah, frick Johnny Somali. Maybe we'll get the cabbage. It would be really cute. It would be supporting Legal Mindset. He's cool. Give him a little bit of dosh. Go back. It's also tax day. Wait! When is tax day? April 15th. Wait, that's a big day. What the fuck? A day before my anniversary for being a VTuber. Day of Johnny Somali's, Judgment Day. This is a big deal. It's a big day. God damn. Yeah, go check out Legal Mindset. No more Hank Salami for him in prison. Nope. VTubers have to pay taxes? Yes, unfortunately. The IRS will break my kneecaps.